Hello, buddy. Welcome back to the Tin Man's Court channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor. And today, I'm going to get on here and react to a tele-animated video that was suggested by one of my viewers, Lindsay Tresca. And it's the evolution of every Conjuring demon explained animated. So without further ado, I'm going to turn these lights off, move the camera up here for you guys. And let's get this reaction on the road and in the bag, shall we? Okay, here we go.
The Conjuring universe is a regular demon jamboree, but which ones haunt us the most? Let's explain each demon animated.
Okay, I'm glad that Tele-Animated did a video on the Conjuring demons because I have not seen any of these films, but I heard of Annabelle, the doll. So I would have not known of all these other demons that are part of the Conjuring movie series. But let's continue.
In the first film, the demon witch Bathsheba Sherman has disheveled hair, sickly skin, and pale eyes. The spirits of her victims also appear. She possesses mothers to sacrifice their children, as Bathsheba once did. But after a lickety-quickety exorcism and Lorraine Warren's reminder of a beach day, Bathsheba is sent packing.
If you ever see a woman with raggedy, shoveled hair and eyes that look strained out, with the veins popping out like that and smudges around her mouth, that's something you definitely want to run away from. But so far, she's the less creepy in my opinion.
Annabelle Creation features a porcelain doll wearing a white dress with red trim, flattering makeup, and braided orange hair.
This is the one I know about because it's based off of a real-life doll named Annabelle, but that one was a Raggedy Ann doll. And for the movie, they decided to go with more of a creepy porcelain doll. But I think she's the most famous out of all the other Conjuring demons, I guess, because you see her all over YouTube and people prank other people with these type of dolls or costumes on Halloween. So in other words, this is the Conjuring demon that goes viral.
Though the real-life doll was a Raggedy Ann. Inhabiting the Annabelle doll is Malthus, a ram-horned demon with a devilish goatee and long claws. Other forms he manifests include a little girl with distorted variations, a masked woman, scarred victim, creepy nun, and a terrifying scarecrow.
Okay, I did not know that this demon can change into other forms besides inhabiting that doll. Because I always thought the story was that the demon inside Annabelle was like a distressed child spirit. But nope, it's something way more evil and twisted.
He eventually possesses a young girl who renames herself Annabelle. In the original Annabelle, the girl, now grown, joins a murderous cult, reuniting with her doll before being taken out. The entity again fully enters the porcelain conduit, and the design evolves with a thicker sash and looser collar. She gains teeth, her makeup is more modest, and she has more eyelashes and darker irises. Plus, the doll becomes weathered.
Okay, you would think that the soul of someone or demonic entity would not want to jump back into the body that they inhabited before. They wanted to stay in a new one. So it seems like this demon don't mind staying in this doll form. But Annabelle looks way creepier when she's all distressed and weathered out like this.
The demon also impersonates a spooky priest and ghostly human Annabelle. Malthus seeks a soul from a young family, but some lady offers hers instead. In Annabelle Comes Home, Annabelle is less grungy, has brighter eyes, and a shorter neckline. Her demon form is lankier with shorter claws, spiked arms, poofy pants, larger horns, green eyes, and no goatee. Malthus also pretends to be a dearly departed daddy. Annabelle's presence awakens other entities, including various cemetery ghouls, the Black Shuck, an English werewolf.
Okay, I never even heard of this either. Didn't know Annabelle can, like, make other demons rise up when they know that she's around. Very interesting. Never even heard of a Black Shuck either. Also didn't know that there was that many Annabelle movies. That tells you right there she's the popular character out of the franchise.
The Ferryman, a soul-collecting entity with coins for eyes, haunted bridal attire, and also samurai armor, the toy monkey, and a handsy board game briefly awakened. But
that's creepy, but I'll be scared to death if I saw something like this coming towards me with coins in his eyes. Acts like he wants to take your soul. I'll be like, nope, I'm out of here.
Once the doll is put away, these entities cease their haunting.
Which I'm glad there's a way that you're able to contain all of these spirits just by putting one haunted doll back into a case. I wish there was a way you could like do a ceremony to get that demon out of the doll and send him to the underworld and destroy the doll, just so he wouldn't have nothing to jump into anymore. But I think at the museum that the Warrens set up, the real Annabelle doll is there, and they said do not touch the case and say bad things about her, because I heard stories where people did that and bad things happened to them. So that's definitely a doll you don't want to mess with.
The Conjuring 2 introduces the nun, who wears a cross necklace and has cracked pale skin, no brows, yellow irises, and sharp teeth.
Okay, another popular Conjuring enemy, the nun. That will bring everybody's fear of nuns all the way up to like level 100, because this gives off the image like nuns are evil, which I know they're not, but I mean, children see this, they'll probably think all nuns are like that. But that's something you don't want to see in a dark hallway.
Though its true form, Valak, is a dark demon with long horns and giant wings.
Okay, another demon inhabiting some other body. But this time, it's got longer horns than the other one that was in Annabelle, and it's got wings. Kind of reminds me of the Dracula character from Blade 3, but in all black instead of like red and purplish blue colors. And giant wings like the Dracula from Van Helsing. That's just something you definitely don't want to see flying around at night, chasing after you.
Rumor has it that he was an angel, but instead chose to follow Satan. It also masquerades as the lanky, crooked man who has a distorted face and wears Victorian garb, a bowler hat, and glasses.
Okay, to be honest with you, you see someone dressed like that, you will think it's funny because the hat is literally covering his eyes. But if he starts running towards you, I wouldn't want to stick around to see what he would do. And you definitely don't want him popping up in your nightmares either.
A form taken from an animated toy. Another entity, the elderly Bill Wilkins, wears lounge attire and has teeth from the big book of British smiles. He's manipulated by Valak to haunt an English child, but when the nun is reminded of its name, it vanishes to hell. In the prequel, Valak is less pale, has darker gums, no necklace, a better-fitting tunic with a belt, and a longer shoulder section. The demon inhabits other looks like a sneaky young boy and various grotesque nuns. It also creates holy apparitions.
Oh, Lord of mercy. It's just creepy to find out that it used to be an angel and then it turned towards the side of Satanism and turned into that dark demon-looking wing thing. And then in the prequel, this nun is able to produce other unholy-looking nuns. That would be creepy to see. Because imagine we're in like an abandoned church and she popped up and then she conjured up all these nuns to come after you. I know your fight or flight responses will be kicking in quick.
Valak tries to possess Sister Irene, but after getting a mouthful of Jesus blood, Valak is vanquished. Although it did manage to possess her friend, Maurice. In the follow-up, the nun's skin is paler, has crimson gums, and fashions the necklace. The creature embodies entities like an altar boy and his ghastly mother. Plus, a demon goat is added into the mix.
Okay, that's creepy. It almost reminds me of Krampus.
Despite Valak becoming super tall, some spilled wine washes this demon away. In The Conjuring 3, an occultist summons a demon to inhabit a young boy, although his sister's boyfriend, Arnie, offers himself instead, getting him in all kinds of trouble. The occultist also awakens a chunky cadaver and conjures up a ghoulish creature. A true physical form for the demon was cut from the film, but nonetheless, the beast ultimately imitates its summoner to claim their life. In The Curse of La Llorona, a betrayed woman enacts a terrible end to her children, then follows her kids into the afterlife. This witted weeper comes back, now with white skin, black tears, burn-inducing hands, and golden eyes.
I heard about this one from Nightmare Files' video about her, because she got upset that her husband started seeing some other lady and pushed their children into the river to drown them, and she followed suit. And now she is stuck in between worlds like this, basically. But I haven't seen the movie to see if they got anything right about her or not. But yeah, that's another thing you do not want to see coming close to you. It's a very sad story, but really messed up too.
She seeks children to replace hers in the afterlife, but a sharp cross stops her abduction. Although, for some reason, this film has been disowned by the franchise. Last Rites introduces a mirror-bound bald demon. It has influence over other spirits, including an elderly woman, her daughter, and her plaid-attired son-in-law, all of...
But that would be kind of creepy to hear that there's a bald spirit in the mirror influencing other spirits to do evil biddings, basically. Especially if you see people like this with blackened eyes and one of them's carrying an axe. Those are the type of people you do not want to be around.
All of whom clearly have no dental or optometry plan. In life, after learning of his wife's affair, the son-in-law axed out his family. The demon also conjures a giant Annabelle to spook Judy Warren before briefly possessing her. But the power of family unity rids the entity. Although the real-life demon was apparently a seductive succubus unconnected to any mirror, which could have made for an intriguing foe in this Conjuring universe.
They probably would have, instead of looking more bald, mummified looking. Let me know down in the comments, out of these demons pictured right here, is your favorite. This was an interesting video to watch, even though I haven't seen any of the Conjuring movies, but I would like to thank, once again, Lindsay Tresca for suggesting this video to me. So I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more tele-animated videos like this. This has been another successful installment of the Tin Man's Core channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor. I say that's a wrap. Have a nice day, y'all.